The theme of Generations is to showcase a few songs that were important to me growing up as a kid. So there's a lot of nostalgic factor to those, but also to give my dad a bigger part on this album. So you're gonna hear a lot more bass playing and maybe even some vocals in there. And because we have a strong family lineage with music, the Molinas, I figured it was very appropriate. So that's why we gave it the title.
The Molina family lineage goes back a few generations. My dad started a band with his brother, 8 of his brothers back in the 1920s called the Molina Brothers Orchestra that used to play around Maui, dances, weddings, proms, and I picked up the second generation of the lineage starting when I was about 11 or 12 years old, playing in a rock band. I've been doing music my whole life like my dad did. He played up until he was 82. And now Andrew's taken up the mantle, and with the ukulele, a totally different instrument. And he's come so far and become one of the finest players that I know.
Around 2006, there was just, I think it was after I saw Jake Shimabukuro play on Maui, that I kind of made a little vow, like, oh, I'm gonna play like that when I grow up. And I put so many hours in, and to the point where I was doing ukulele competitions, or was trying to play house concerts, you know, in the living room, you know, for my family of like 5 people, some friends would come over. Right. But it was like my beginning stages of performing, and we actually used to do, I used to play one song at the Shops for Wailea that you guys used to play for back in the day.
Right, yeah.
And so we got a lot of good memories. And but it was apparent from that time I knew what I wanted to do.
Yeah, and if my dad was playing, he had a gig somewhere, I would play with him sometimes, and then I would bring Andrew along, and my dad used to say, okay, let Andrew come up and do a couple of songs. And he always liked the fast songs, you know, he'd always tell me, tell Andrew to play the fast song. You know, that's the one I like.
In addition to a couple new original tunes and some of my beloved cover tunes that I arranged, I will be revisiting 2 arrangements that I did in the past decade. The first one is Stairway to Heaven. Finally getting that one done, and a little fun fact is that it was supposed to be on the new Journey album 2 albums ago, and I scrapped it last minute because I wasn't satisfied. You know, my timing wasn't there yet, and my technical ability wasn't there, so finally decided to get it done, and it was a great success. And the second track is a version I did of Get Lucky, and it's something I did over 10 years ago. We did a video at the ukulele site, but I never did throw it on an album, and to be honest, I was never fully satisfied with that version. You know, it was very influenced by Jake, so I wanted to do something more original, you know, something that I would cook up. So I recently revisited the tune, did it in a completely different key, which is actually the original key of the song, and on Logi this time, and I'm very stoked about how this one came out. I'm very thrilled to have Jamie Lawrence be a part of this new CD, and he actually played guitar on the last one, but this time I asked him if he could do one of my favorite tunes that he does, and he's been playing this song since I was in preschool. Him and my dad used to come to my preschool and play music, and I remember this is one of the songs that they used to play, and I hold this one dear. One of my favorite tunes, Fields of Gold. So really honored to have him and have his vocals on that track, and just his version, and so I'm very excited about that. And another surprise we have is we actually have Grammy Award winner Poncho Sanchez, great percussionist, very iconic, joining us on the opening track. Lastly, I'd like to send a big mahalo to all you guys for supporting us all these years. We really appreciate it, and we hope that you enjoy Generations. It surely was a blast to make, and you can pick that up on June 14th. And yes, we do have a flash drive available coming soon. Aloha, everybody.
Aloha.